Welcome to another episode of Talk Time with Yazzy. It's your girl Yazzy Yaz, and then of course the best there is. Ooh 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 ooh. Go ahead, Boogie. Just say everybody. It's loud, loud. Use your tongue. That's it. That's it. She
I ain't
said,
got nothing else for you.
"Okay,
That's all I got today. Use your tongue. Don't forget.
uh, Clark it."
It's important.
Hmm.
Okay, hold on. That's good too. Okay, then we can't forget, he working for that shirt. Y'all already know who it is.
I want my
Boom,
shirt.
boom, boom. Go
I want
ahead.
my shirt. Cousin Khaled from the west side. It's getting cold. Really, really cold. Like icy.
Ooh.
But at least the Bears won.
Oh gosh, please. Okay,
Hmm.
wrong podcast. I'm just kidding.
Hey, it's a good day for everyone when they win.
That's true. That's true. So today we're just gonna check in. We didn't upload anything last week, but we're like, let's check in this week, and then we're gonna do like a little segment at the end where we kind of do where it's like, you can't sit with us, which we'll explain more about that after we do our little check in. But to start it off, I'm gonna have Cuzzo go ahead and take it away.
I constantly maneuver between despair and optimism. So I pretty much ride the fence on that. And I'm typically in that state where I'm either trying to make sure that my optimism doesn't become manic or mania, and that my lack of optimism doesn't become a depressive state, because it can quickly become either one, right? If it's not balanced. So I'm constantly dealing with, how this country is going, and the future that is potentially ahead of us on either end of that, right? Either a utopia or a dystopia. And I would say that I had a very good conversation with a number of people in some virtual chat rooms that I like to go into. These are VR chat rooms. And, we were able to discuss a lot of things, but more importantly, during this discussion, you're meeting people from all over the world, individuals from Ireland, Canada, Japan, wherever they may be, who are watching where the world's going and dealing with similar circumstances. And it made me optimistic that the bulk of us kind of see that things are in a state where they need a lot of people to put the time and energy in to make a difference for the world and themselves. And they're increasingly more optimistic about how these technologies can be used for that. Artificial intelligence, robotics, and stuff like that. But it's just the issue of dealing with certain systems in place, certain governments in place, certain movements in place. And I would say that if you ever get a chance to find a circle where you can talk about politics, religion, and what's the third one, um, that you're not supposed to talk about at work or places like that. If you can find a place where you can talk about those things in a reasonable way and give each person a space to make their case, then what ends up happening is you find that there's a lot of people who think like you in terms of like the positivity, in terms of humanity working towards a more equitable future. And that gave me a lot of optimism. So right now, in terms of checking in, I would say that I am pessimistically optimistic, if that makes sense. I don't know. I didn't want to jump into the weeds on the subject because I was in the VR chat room for darn near 10 hours.
Oh no,
Just kind of, yeah.
that's not healthy.
No, but at the same time, it was pretty much like a town hall meeting, right? It's like the things that the individuals would like to talk about with their congressmen or senators, especially if you're talking about, one of those parties not being
Yeah.
able to have their town hall meetings. People are scared. And you're able to pull up links, show them, different policies that are getting passed. Actually look at the whitehouse.gov. And if you haven't looked at it recently, I recommend looking at it just
Yeah,
to see
that
some of the
sounds
changes that took place.
I remember you telling me about the whole debate rooms and all of that stuff. So that's why I'm like, dang. Like
Yeah.
to see how much the world has evolved. We were literally watching what's it called, Ready Player One, last night.
Yeah,
I love that movie,
yeah, it's
and
pretty good.
like Ellie was like, "This is so cool," and blah blah blah, and I'm like, "Girl, this is like pretty much what they already have. Like, it's
Right,
already getting like this. Like, you know what I mean?" And I'm like, "It's pretty crazy." And so I'm like, hearing you talk about it, I'm like, dude, at this point, we're just waiting for them to make the suits, where it's like you
right.
could literally feel everything, and
They're
it's gonna
working
be a
on that.
wrap.
And this is the
So,
thing, like VR can be extremely addicting because like there's a
well, yeah, you
movie.
said 10 hours.
Yeah, 10 hours, right? But that's like something where you're like intellectually engaged. It's not just escapism. You're actually having impactful conversations with individuals about, topics that affect you. So, once you're in a conversation with somebody, there's a lot of healthy benefits that could come from just being able to kind of meld your mind. You learn so much by sharing perspectives. And it's kind of like being able to have those real interactions or the light version of it, the diet version of it, right? It's never going to be as good as it is now with us talking. But in virtual reality, they're moving their arms, their eyes, and everything. You can see all these little expressions with their body. And so it's kind of like being in a room with a person, but they're just using an avatar.
I feel like I can see the good and the bad because that's still like 10 hours, and you're still,
Yeah,
because you still have to have the equipment on,
right.
and
But
that's
I was
still.
also giving a presentation. So pretty much I was
Oh,
pulling up links, Wikipedia
oh,
articles.
so like,
I
but
was
you have like the headset thing on or no?
Yeah, the headset thing on. So you have the headset thing on, you have the controllers in your hand, and in this virtual, reality app or whatnot, they pretty much just have these different rooms that you can create yourselves. You can make the title, put the cap on the room size, and they even have a screen that you can pull stuff on using the cloud browser. So,
Well, this is gonna have to be how we do like a what's it called, a fan. You know how they do
a
like the
fan
meet and
meeting. Oh,
greets,
yeah,
meet and
meet and greets.
greets.
Yeah,
That would
a
be
meet and
so
greet in
cool.
virtual reality would be dope, right? You can do it in
Yes.
VR chat. They have another one called Big Screen, and they have a bunch of other ones. I think Horizon Worlds
Mm.
too.
Okay, but to sum it up, what was you saying? You feel,
I
what
mean,
was it?
the fact remains is that if you look at living in life in America, and I'll try to tie it up in a bow, right? As far as the check-in and what I was able to learn from this exchange. Being in America, you're so isolated from everyone else where people barely even know their neighbor. And you don't really know what the people are thinking when you're walking past them at the grocery store. Is this person really
Mm-hmm.
a bigot, right? Is this person really a dope person? You don't know.
Yeah.
But you just pass each other and you get to your home and then you're just around your family and friends. So you're not able to engage with people in a way that's safe where you don't feel they're going to pull out a gun on you or just freak out. And it's going to be one of those incidents where you have a video clip of people getting into a shouting match.
Mm.
But in virtual reality, you could take more risk, with coming out of your shell and engaging in topics that are typically frowned upon as far as discussing in public or at work. And when you do, you're really able to actually get it off your chest, right? You're able to realize that humanity is not just a bunch of psychos running around in a system that contains them. That, there's more that is we're in common with us than there isn't. Talking to people in the chat, comments and stuff like that is just like low tier. Like 8 hours on social media, that's one thing people do all the time, right? But they're not really engaging with each other. But when you're actually like chatting with another person or whatnot, that's like the
Yeah.
closest you can get to actually talking to a person in the real.
Mm. Without the
So,
danger. Yeah, I feel like that's still scary though. I mean, that
yeah,
could be a whole nother topic we dive into, because I definitely have some things that I'm like,
yeah.
there's definitely the
Ask
good
me,
and bad,
ask me
I
away.
have
because
an issue with all of that because I got kids. So my issue and how
right,
I look at the internet is way different than people without kids or younger than me or,
Oh
right.
yeah,
you
the
know.
kids are the terrorists on those platforms. Just
I bet my
FYI.
kids terrorize me every day.
I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
but then it's like they're still easily like manipulated, and then it's like,
Right. Right.
Not
You
those
know?
kids.
Seriously.
Not those kids on those platforms. They're absolute jackasses.
Yeah, I get
They
that,
have the
but
adults
that's the
running.
ones that's in that platform. You know what I'm saying? Versus
Yeah.
like, yeah, so there's definitely a lot of other things, and even with like what you're like, yeah, I feel safer saying it online or whatever. I'm like, that's literally how everybody feel even before the whole getting shot and stuff like that. That's why they have like trolls and stuff like that because people don't feel
Yeah.
confident enough. And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I'm one of the people that's like, you're gonna have to kill me because silencing myself is like, and it's not even that I'm like ignorant or I say things like that or I have those type of thoughts and I'm like, hey, I'm about to do this or whatever. But
Right.
it's sad to hear that you're like, I don't know if it's like more of like the anxiety and like you're like, oh heck no,
Mm-hmm.
like, cause I definitely have those moments where I'm like, even when today we went to go see our friend get baptized, I'm like, this
Yeah.
is a big old campus, like a big old church. And I'm like, these open windows. I'm like, they had cops around and stuff. I'm like, hold on, like, we too, my mind was already like, how we all of us sitting there, we're like, what's our escape route? And like all of these
Right.
things, you know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know if me personally, I'd be like, okay, let me be silent or not, which I never know because even with the
It's
things that are going on with
yeah.
like, ice and all that stuff, when I be seeing videos of people stepping out, I'm like, go off, go off. But I'm still
Right.
like, if I'm in that situation, like, I want to be like, hold on, like, make sure what y'all doing
Yeah.
because there is a lot of things that have been happening. But it's also that fear too of being black and being like, well, I feel
Yeah.
like I'm definitely gonna say something, but it's like we gonna get shot trying to say something, or you know what I mean. So
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. That's
it's
the reality
very
and our facts.
it's very much like
That's a
I'm
fact.
like
Yeah.
they gonna put me right
Certain
there
people can
with
raise
you,
their voice, and when we
Yeah.
raise our voice, we target practice.
Right.
right? So I'm
And
definitely
one of the challenges, like, you got to remember, like, I'm a pretty large black man.
yeah,
And when you have like a lot of these guys sitting back watching Jack Reacher, and the first two episodes, or no, first episode, he beat up like 13 black people, not even in just one sitting. It was like you dealt with a bunch of villains, and 80% of them were black dudes. And you're just kind of like, okay, these stats are kind of weird, right?
right,
And they get charged. So when I'm walking, like I see what happens when people walk past me. They see me, I'm a large
Mm-hmm.
black dude, and in their head, they're thinking all of these TV shows and
yeah,
movies that they watched with the
And
villainization and everything. And if I'm wearing not my glasses, but just my contacts, I look like Debo a little bit, right? So
no,
in
for
their head, they're
real,
replaying how they're going to defend themselves because that's just being a
yeah,
dude,
yes,
right? If you're
yeah,
going out, a part of defending somebody else or defending yourself is a big part of American culture, especially the Second Amendment practitioners, because you're always keeping yourself in a mind where you're ready to engage to defend or to neutralize, a threat. And a lot of these guys, it's in their psyche. So what ends up happening is it's like this game where as you're passing, is there's a posturing. I'm not sure if you've seen a video clip of a guy trying to pass somebody in the gym and they didn't want to make space for each other. So they just bumped into each other and then they
oh
got into a
gosh,
fight.
no,
oh
That's that
gosh,
ego
but
posturing that
but
happens
yeah,
with men. Like it's toxic. So I don't know.
I
Another
mean, I
topic
don't
for
think it's
another day.
just right. I'm like, these are good topics because I'm definitely like, it can go both ways, even for like black women. Like, I've worked jobs where if I'm advocating for myself, they're like, we took a chance on you. And I'm like, you're literally paying me less than everybody in here. And
Right.
I'm doing more than everyone. Or like
Right.
people that be like,
Typical.
you go into a store, can I help you? Da, 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 or they following you. Or they gonna try to, do the typical clutch the purse or give you. It's like, come on, girl, ain't nobody.
that's a
Right.
whole
That's a
podcast.
whole nother.
I've been
Oh,
talking to the person I'm in a relationship with. I've been talking to even friends Caucasian friends, and they don't understand. And like that doesn't happen. No, it doesn't happen to you. It doesn't happen in your world, and you don't understand it. And I'm happy that you don't have to get that right to understand those things. But to
Yeah.
have those conversations with my black son that's 6'3" at 13 years old, and he
Yeah.
don't understand why he can't be treated like everybody else, and he's already treated like a black man that's could hurt them or hurt their children or is gonna rob them. It's
Right.
sad.
Yeah.
It's so sad, and I hate that I have to have that conversation. And sometimes they try to compare, like, well, I go through. It's like it's not
It's not
comparable.
equivalent.
It's
Right.
not the same. Please stop trying to figure out ways to make our experience the same. It's not.
Right.
It's not. I get that you sympathize with me and you understand, but you don't know the feeling of sending your black child outside
Right. And they don't know
and
that
not
they're
know if your
minimizing.
child or your husband or your wife
Yeah.
and not know if they're gonna come back, especially our black men.
Right.
You know what I mean? Going outside
Yeah.
and don't know if they're gonna come back just for driving down the street,
Running down the street.
walking, right, jogging.
Right.
Like you don't. I just
Sitting in the
I don't
car.
know.
Right.
Sitting in the car, anything, just being
Sitting
black,
in your home.
sitting
Hold
in your
on.
home, right?
Like,
There's
It's just for
immediate
being black,
suspicion.
and then it's an
yeah.
excuse. They were in it because in everybody's head in America, even foreigners when they come to this country, we are public enemy number one.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't want your daughters, we don't want your sons marrying them, we don't want your daughters marrying them.
Yeah.
They mean, they rude, they lie, they steal. That's what's put on us, and we're a
Yeah.
threat already.
Right.
I'm already the big black woman that's gonna make a scene.
Literally.
Not the educated black woman or the woman that know what she's talking about or coming in. Like I said, I was in a line once and that lady asked me, are you looking for the scholarship line? Why would I be looking for the scholarship line? Like just those passive aggressive things
Right.
Yeah.
is on our daily, like I know I'm getting off subject. Sorry, y'all.
No,
I
no,
just-
it's not
I
off
mean,
the
this,
subject. This
this
is
has to
when
do with my
it's
topic
the
too.
check-in.
So, yeah,
And
this
part
has
of
to
the
do with my
check-in is
check-in.
what is your black experience? Like
Literally. Being black
it
in
comes
America.
with it.
It's crazy
Yeah.
because it's like, why would you ask me that? I asked the man in front of me. The lady was like, yes, she didn't ask me that. The guy was like, she didn't ask me that. I was the
Right.
only black person standing there. So what would make you
Mhm.
think that I needed the scholarship line?
And the
There's
Costco
no other
self-checkout.
factor. Right.
Costco self-checkout, they're going to scan every single item in the black person's cart, but the white person's cart, they won't.
Yeah.
We just had that experience.
That's that's the daily thing that we just have to be like, roll off your shoulder. I couldn't
Mhm.
get mad or I couldn't cause a scene
Yeah.
Right.
because I'm an angry black woman and now I'm messing up my child's experience or where he could be or what he could be doing. And this is soccer, right? But I can't be that crazy black woman at the soccer tournament.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just, yeah, you always got to dumb it down, like, or calm yourself down so you don't cause a scene, but they can cause a scene.
Right.
Which is so
And be
sad
rude
because
to
it's like
you.
we have to literally minimize ourselves. Like, that's
Yes.
why, with my check-in, that's what I was going to say. I went to lunch with my friend and literally yesterday we went to lunch and I like haven't seen her in like 2 years or whatever, and we've like known each other since college. And so she used to want to be a lawyer too, but now she has a master's in like HR and all of that stuff, right? And so I was telling her, I'm like, yeah, I've been really debating and like battling with like wanting to be a lawyer still, just because it's like after that experience of working in that law firm, I'm like, it really messed with me. And it was like, I'm like, I don't want to fight so hard and get in debt for a career where it's like I'm gonna have to minimize myself even more than what I already have to do in society, because I have to sit here and play their game and build those connections and do all these things. But I'm like, and then she's like, well, yeah, you don't have to, but like, she's like, she's like, it is gonna be harder, but that's you. And I'm like, nah. I'm like, at the end of the day, that's not even my passion no more. Like, my passion is to sit here and I got that goal that I'm like, I want to make money and literally not have to work as much. That is my new
Yeah.
goal. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm like, I want to have a career,
Passive
like
income.
a business. I want to do something where I'm on the beach or I'm somewhere able to live my life and raise my children and not have to clock in a 9 to 5 or be stressed or something like that.
Right. And
I
do
said
office
that's
politics.
literally, I'm like, that is my goal. But I want people to come and ask me questions, not me going to ask questions and risking and being like, what if I say something mean and they might fire me? And what if I'm too happy when I walk in and they like, oh, this is a workplace. You shouldn't be too dang happy. Like, what? I'm sorry. I don't know about you, but I'm blessed. No, I'm you know, like that's how it feels.
That goes into our later topic. People at work that are just jealous just because you who you are.
Literally. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so that's my little check-in. So I get it. I'm like, and then just seeing the stuff, like I said, like on the news, it really, like, I agree with you, call it. It's like, ooh, it's hard to not see, because every morning we wake up and we see the news, because I feel like it's better to see it than not to, because I've been like lately just like going through whatever I see on social media or whatever, blah blah blah, and I'm like, now I'm watching news and I know people are like, they just show you all this bad stuff, blah blah. I'm like, okay, well sometimes I need the bad stuff, because I would be that person that's walking around at night like not realizing that right up the street somebody was over here, you know,
attacking
mugging people, fighting people. You know, I got the Citizen app on me. Right. I got the Citizen app. I be seeing the cops right up the street. I'm like, oh, hold on. I'm like, baby, we need to hurry up and move, because these streets ain't safe no more. You know, so
you gotta be on the lookout for the werewolf running out the bushes.
Okay, is that happening out there?
No, but I mean, I'm just giving it an example. You know,
I mean, Halloween just passed, so you never know.
Yeah, you know, but there's actual villains out here, like the Chicago Puncher, who's just running down the street, just punching people in the face.
I'm sorry,
he's like a dude on mentally unstable guy, and I think what ends up happening
in New York too.
They'll walk down the street, and some people won't get out the way. You know, they're supposed to walk on the right side of the street, sidewalk. And, you know, some people just not, you know, move, and they expect you to move. And typically, you know, you may have to call them out and say, hey, right side or something like that, or just throw your shoulder into them because they won't get out the way. It's like they just expect you to move. Now, a lot of people, they have to just kind of navigate that situation. But if you're mentally unstable,
oh shoot!
You just punching people, like so. They call him the Chicago Puncher. Like, if you get a chance after this, just go ahead and look up Chicago Puncher on TikTok.
Wait, he has a TikTok, or people just like talk about him?
People talk about it. People spot him. People got his mugshot and everything, and they see some of his victims talking about, he just punched me. Yeah, it's just one dude. He's a Chicago Puncher. Some long, lanky, you know, guy who probably has a hospital band on his wrist permanently, because some of them will wear it just like, you know, they won't take it off, and you know, because they'll go to a psych ward and he'll just punch you.
Yeah,
I presume it's because you don't get out the way
back there anytime soon. That's for
sure.
So
yeah, you gotta watch.
We might be going toe to toe, and then they go like, "Oh, he was crazy." I'm like, he must have been when he tried me. Like, you know? I'm like, Well, let me not say crazy. Mentally unstable.
Yeah, so far from the victims I've seen, he knows who to try it with and who not to try it.
Right,
he got chased off by some dude.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh my, but
Chicago Puncher.
Literally breaking news. No. But Tala, how was your week? Because I know you had some great things happening this weekend and stuff. So how was that for you?
Excuse me, y'all. I'm still recovering from my weekend.
Party hard.
Right.
I had a good weekend. I had a good week. It's been very, very busy. Getting stuff together for the move has been very, very stressful and busy. Stuff going on with my kids has been really great, but been, you know, very emotional. And everybody that knows what's going on with that, they know. But, you know, just very emotional with the new feelings and old feelings. And, you know, I don't want people to judge me for my feelings, you know, that my kids are having is a little tolling on me at times. Because I'm just trying to do the right thing. But, you know, they still have feelings about everything, right? Yeah. Like, just because it's right to me don't mean that it feels great to them, right? So dealing with that, we should do that topic too about adoptions one day.
Ooh,
but
yes.
We're dealing with that because it was emotions there that I didn't even know I had, right? That came out too. So we all were just emotional this week. And then I had, you know, what'd you say? Yeah, unpacking stuff like that.
No, he was saying a lot of unpacking to do.
I said that. Unpacking and packing and throwing stuff
Oh,
out.
I was like, no, not about the move.
Yeah,
Okay.
all of that. Packing, unpacking, and throwing shit out.
Mm-hmm.
That
Get
part.
rid of some stuff. Moving some stuff around. People, places, and things. But anyway.
Okay. Move. Hey.
That also, what else has been going on with me? Getting ready for my best friend's sister's wedding. It was so beautiful, and I was in it, and oh my goodness. Look, they trying to keep me running up with these young chicks. Okay, I can't do it like I used to. They're like, come on, Lala. I'm like, no, I can't.
That's why you recovering. You was out there being.
But I
the
had a
young
great
folk.
time. They were so loving and just welcoming me in. I was like the only brown girl there. So, but they were so welcoming and loving. Even my best friend's parents was like, you're our kid. Like we adopted you. Like you're ours now. And I was like, oh. So that was cool. I had a really great week. Like I said, I'm just recovering. I'm tired. But other than that, and I mean, just talking about what you guys are talking about is that, like, the world is going through a lot, and people of all colors and all races and ages is just going through a lot. Even with like just listening to different things, because even with the SNAP stuff, right, which is was a touchy subject, right?
Wow, yeah.
And even with that, it was like I look at certain things differently.
Yeah.
And it's like, cause we're mad at people that are upset about losing these things. Some of them some people depend on them. Some people are abusing them, but we also have taught them to abuse them, right? So you can't be mad at somebody when you're giving them the tools to abuse something. You know they're abusing it. You're not correcting the behavior. And then when this big conversation starts, everybody's mad at certain people. Or they shouldn't have been doing this, or they should have been doing that.
Right.
Well, it's just like kids. If they think that, like spoiled kids, basically, if they think it's never gonna stop, and mama always gonna be there to take care of them, and then all of a sudden mama gone.
Right.
What they gonna do? But whose fault is that? Right? Like, whose fault is the person that's still giving these people things and spoiling them into it, not giving it? Like, it should be a plan. And I've just been going through that with people, with family members and friends, and like, it needs to be a better system. It needs to be a better plan. We all know that, right? But really just having this moment of reflection where everybody's having almost the same conversation, that if you're not involved, it's someone that's adjacent to you, or your sibling, or your cousin, or your grandparents, or your parent that needed SNAP, right? It's like, so it was that big. It was just a big conversation, even at work, because we work, in the community. We do therapy and stuff for the kiddos in the community. So it affects our families that are on access. So getting those things and getting like food boxes together. I know my job did that. I got a lot of resources together and kind of sent them out. But just, also coming together as a community, and make sure, even if this happens again, that we got a better plan.
Right.
So anybody that's on my voice, if you're on SNAP or WIC or insurance, just having a better plan. Maybe learning how to say, like, when you make bulk meat, get bulk meat.
Right.
And save it and get a deep freezer, things like that. So where you're not in a situation where you have nothing in your pantry. We just got to do better and plan better. Using those food banks, because sometimes food banks have people that don't even show up. Like, really utilizing those food banks is important.
Taking advantage of those,
Right. Taking advantage of those, using those, things like that. So, so you're not hungry. And say something, please. Tell people that you're hungry. Don't go out stealing and taking stuff. Let people know what you need.
Yeah, reach out to your people first before you start, putting your ski mask on.
Right. Well, it was like,
a man run out with 80 cans of Campbell's soup.
Right. Well, I was talking to the lady and she was like, we're not even in the era no more where you can knock on your neighbor's door and ask for sugar.
No, seriously.
And I was like, I'm so grateful for my neighbors.
Individualism becomes isolationism.
Right. I'm so grateful for me and my neighbors that we have that relationship. Girl, you got an onion. Girl, you got a tomato. Girl, you got a loaf of bread. Like, we have that relationship, but everybody don't have that relationship in their community.
Yeah.
Right.
You got pastors, don't get me started. You got pastors rolling around at Benzes and they whole congregation hungry.
Carjack the pastor.
It makes no sense.
No, for real.
But it makes no sense, right?
The crazy thing is,
right.
I did
it doesn't
have
make
a
any
neighbor
sense.
that I was like getting buddy with, and I introduced myself to and all that. And then I'm like, the girl had the cops called on her, like the cops were at their house. I was like, What? I'm all nosy. Then she's telling me the information. Then they end up getting evicted. I'm like, dang, hold on. Maybe I should be more skeptical of which neighbor I want to be friends with.
Right.
And then I had another neighbor who talked to us, and then he got arrested. There was like several cops. That's why I said we need to go. It's time to go. It's time to go. I'm like, the criminals like to say hi to me.
But community is important, guys. So I know it's hard to kind of, like I said, know your neighbors, and I'm not talking about letting them in your house. But if you see somebody like, hey, y'all good over there? Like, it's a food bank down the street. If y'all not good, if y'all need help, suck up your pride if you hungry for your kids. Some people like, we good. No, you're not. It is okay not to be okay. And it is okay.
And when you do get the opportunity, like if you get some finances or you do, like if the SNAP comes back on, said definitely with every single time going to the store, make sure you're leaving with at least a sheet of cans, right? 12 cans, 24 cans, and just, they're good for damn near forever, right? And you just have a place where you put them on a shelf, and that's your emergency fund. Because whether it's the government doing something goofy like what's going on now, or some other catastrophic event, you need emergency food on deck. And ever since 2012, we've had some variety of emergency food on deck up here just because of, doomsday prepping. That's been something that has always been on our minds up here. But a lot of people need to do some prepping due to the, I guess you could say, instability that our country is going to be going through for this foreseeable future.
Yeah. Yep, and just start using your benefits more. I've taught when I was teaching kids, I used to be a manager of a program that was for youth, and they would age out of foster care. And then once they're 18, at 12 o'clock, they're supposed to kick them out of the group homes. Period. Once they're 12 o'clock, they cannot be with the children. They're supposed to be gone. That's why the day before they're supposed to have a plan. Yes, because adults can't be in the houses with kids.
Right.
I mean,
once you're 18, you're an adult.
It's like, dang, man.
But it's harsh, right?
They do have some programs, but the programs aren't big enough to service all the people coming out of foster.
The program that I ran, we got them, like I would get them the next day after their birthday, that they would come into the program, because now they're like homeless foster kids.
Right.
But I used to teach them differently when I'm shopping, needs and wants. Right? We need to start getting a lot more needs than just wants. Right. Snickers and candies and chips and things. We need to get needs. Meat, potatoes, like you said, rice, stuff that we can have.
Right. And store
that's
for a
important,
long time.
you know what I mean? To sustain you. But we used to do that all the time. They used to get like $200 a piece from SNAP. They used to get SNAP too. But I taught them, okay, $15, $20 you can get your snacks. The rest of this needs to be food for you to get through the month.
Right.
Right? Because people will get their stamps and in general, even people would go grocery shopping. You get all of this stuff, and by the end of the month, you don't have nothing.
Right.
So it's just managing it and getting needs and wants and getting things that can sustain you, and the things that you can put. Like I said, you be seeing the manager specials on the hamburger or the chicken. Grab it and put it in the freezer. Even if you don't use it for 2 months, it's still there.
Yeah. When I'm on a budget and things are tight, I was like, I'm officially doing intermittent fasting. It's going to be a one a meal day life, right? So, and I just let my stomach and be grumbling up like, no, you got to shrink. Because, when your stomach grumbles, it's shrinking, right? I'm like, oh, that's the sound of the stomach shrinking. That means my bank is growing. Like,
oh, God. This is so sad. America is getting so sad.
But
they're like, at least we won't be the fattest country anymore.
But you guys, if you have resources down at the bottom, if you have resources in the comments, please put those down, because you never know who needs help, right? So if you have resources, food banks, stuff that has, people that I know that if you still got like $1 on your EBT card, they'll let you get like vegetables at certain places in Phoenix. I saw that. I think Yazzy did that. And somebody was telling me too. So if you need help, resources, if you need help, put it in the comments. Please don't be shy. I'll do my best to research.
Right. We got a group chat where we be like, what y'all know?
Because if you do that, you can sit with us. If you don't do it, you can't
sit with us. There you go. Look at that segue.
Perfect segue. Yes.
Tambourine.
So tambourine. So that is our next topic. Our little fun little thing we came up with. Is just like you can't sit with us, which is like we're gonna say 3 things. And after after we say each thing, we're gonna be like, because you can't sit with us. Which is like which is our little thing, like instead of like snap snap, because you know we got mics around here.
Right.
But
Right.
whoop whoop. But now we're just gonna be like, you can't sit with us. So I'll kick it
And
off.
please don't get offended.
Right.
We just having some fun.
Unless
we
you
just
always get
joking.
offended, and if that's that your personality, you can't sit with it.
Oh my God! Not you literally taking one of mine.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Mine was literally people that can't take a joke. That was.
All right, you want to go? You want to go first, or shall I go?
Go ahead, Yazzy. Just go into it.
You know what? I'm still gonna do it. My first one. People that can't take a joke. They can't sit with us. Okay.
They can't sit with us.
There we go. Come on, Khaled. Snap, snap.
All right. So for me, like people who are woefully ignorant, right, where it comes to just this inconceivable amount of knowledge that exists in the world, and they don't want none of it, and they just want to run based upon their assumptions and knee-jerk reactions to things and expect to be a productive member of society. It's like, no,
Dang, you did a
those
whole
people.
paragraph.
Those people vote and they shouldn't be able to vote because it's like they don't know nothing. They don't know how it works. They're just like, that guy seems cool. And it's just,
You just did a whole roast. You said, look.
So what you saying is, Khaled, they can't.
They can't
sit with us.
They can't sit with us.
They got to get the fuck home. Like, just.
Okay, well, you do yours.
One of mine can't sit with us is people that can't take a hint. Like people that don't read the room.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I can't handle it. You can't sit with me, by me, or near me. You cannot sit with us.
You can't be in my vicinity, okay? You cannot sit with us. Oh my gosh.
Go ahead, Yazzy.
Okay, for me, I got people that can't take accountability.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
They can't sit with
Can't
us.
stand those people.
They can't sit with us. That goes to the one of mine. You can't sit with us at all.
Okay? No. Okay, Colin, go.
Mine's is pretty simple, pretty universal. People who don't wash their ass. Like,
ooh. Ooh.
soap on a rope, a long towel, anything. Anything that you need to do.
Right, he's
just
like,
get in there, get
it
it done.
Mm-mm.
Make
he's
sure.
Like, if I can smell you before you walk in,
Like, don't get your phone on me.
Okay.
Right. This is like install a bidet. It's $30, right?
Oh,
or $40,
no.
right?
Ooh,
you
not
add
the
it.
It'll change your life.
It'll change your life. It'll change your life.
That type of stink, I'm thinking body odor. You talking about voodoo.
It's like one of these things where it's like, people got to get up early in the morning. So they think, I'm going to shower the day before and then I'm going to go to work. But they don't realize they're farting throughout the entire night. So they whole crack is full of fart juice. And now every time they sit up out of the chair.
Why we always get into some booty liquids with you?
Well, that's what happens, right? Every time they sit up now, a whiff is coming out. So you just got to make sure you got a bidet.
The type of women or people you're around.
Their crosshair is
literally. What people do you hang out with? I'm very concerned.
So it's not people I hang out with. It's people I'm forced to hang out with.
Ooh. Well, I know you ain't talking about
meaning
me.
Meaning with how I get my W-2. All right, so
okay, I get it.
They got to come in early and they think they're gonna shower before and whatnot, and it's just kind of like, hey, I've done that. I strategized, and one day I stood up and I was like, oh yeah, I can't. It happened to me before, and I understood like even if you're gonna shower the day before, you still got to hit your hot spots before you go into work. You still have to hit the hot spots because your body is cleaning itself out when you're sleeping and resetting. So you still got to touch up. You just can't get up and go. And some people,
get up and go.
They just get up and go. And then they be wondering, why he keep moving away from me?
Because you can't do what? You can't
sit with us.
Oh my God.
This was kind of personal. Say as you will for mine is the next one. Is it people that don't take care of their kids but always got an opinion about somebody else's?
Ooh.
You can't even sit in this room with me. Okay, I don't even want you in the room with me.
You're like not even close. Don't even think.
Don't even think about it. Don't even open your mouth. Like, where your kids at? Oh, okay. Then you have you can't have no ends of this conversation.
Silencio.
Right.
My last one is people that say, that look good. Just ask for some. Like, I hate those people. They be like, they sit next to you like, I ain't never had that before. Like, bugaboo, bye. No.
What you got there?
Literally got
there. Right. That's probably me. I'm sorry, Yazzy. I'll be like,
nah, that's
you order
different.
this and I'm going to order that and then I'm going to taste that.
Nah, that's different. That's different. You can sit with me, but them that just sit there and they be like, well, I would show like it just gives that like
right. I ain't had none of that in so long,
right? And I'm like, you still ain't.
If it's not an equivalent exchange, like if you don't have something to swap with me, it's like nah.
Right. Okay. I was that kid with chips. Like, what you giving me? They like, can I have some of your chips? Okay, what you got? Oh,
right. Okay. Right. Because if you don't do that, everybody's gonna want a piece, and you're gonna have no chips. You're gonna have nothing but the crumbs left.
That's right. That's look message.
Right.
Sound like my life.
Okay. For real.
Message.
Yeah, that's a parable for just living in general with people.
Cousin Colin, this your last one. Where we at?
All right, so this may be just like a spectrum type of thing, but like the audible sound of people chewing with their mouth open at the table or in a social event is like. It feels like I'm in a garbage disposal being, mutilated. That's my reaction. It's just
you don't like them ASMRs?
No. I mean, no. Just them chewing. It's like, and then the noises, the mouth noises. It drives me nuts. And it's kind of like
I love it
with your mouth closed. In the movie theater, popcorn kernels each time.
Oh yeah.
You're trying to sit here focusing on the movie, and all you hear is crunch, crunch, crunch on the left.
I mean, the movie be loud though. So
loud though.
No, it don't be loud enough.
I think that's a sensory thing.
It's gotta be.
It's a sensory. It's definitely a sensory thing. Because a lot of people they don't even hear it, but me, I hear it loud and clear every single time. And I wish I didn't, but unfortunately, it's just one of those things that it drives me up the wall.
That's fair. Okay, La, did you already do yours?
No, I'm trying to silence the terrorism in my background.
Oh,
my last one is like people at work that need a pat on the back for everything they do. Drives me bananas. Like, Susan, we don't need you to CC the whole company because you know how to use Excel. Girl, get a grip, man. Okay?
Oh my God. You're like, what are they called?
She's looking for a promotion. Look what I do.
No, seriously. They're
like, girl,
what are those
calm
seekers?
down.
I can't think of the word. It's like not attention seeker, but it's
that's
not
pretty much it, though.
But yeah, I forget. I literally lost the word. But a recognition, like seeking a recognition or whatever. Like,
yeah,
I forget. There's like another word I was looking for, but either way,
no, I know what you're saying.
I
like
hate that.
I say a brown noser, but
I mean that too. That's even better.
But
that's what the streets call it.
They can't see against it with me. It's like, girl, get a grip. Don't try to or they put you on blast, thinking they doing something, and then when you let them know that you want to talk to me crazy in email, I got you in a professional way.
Right, and let me CC everybody so they know that you
everybody.
Yeah. And you know how they respond, right? Let's go ahead and just do a chat or call real quick.
Yeah,
right?
let's just go ahead and have a
no. You wanted to embarrass me in your CC. I'm gonna embarrass you in my CC.
Right,
that's why you can't sit with me, okay?
And that's when they say, well, now you're just being the angry black woman.
Exactly.
Right.
That email was a little aggressive. How you know that? You read that?
You just cussed me out in 3 different languages.
This black isn't being overly agreeable with me. There's something wrong.
Literally. Not this black. Oh God, no. Stop. No, literally, that's how it feels. But with that being said, that's just pretty much it. I know we talked about a lot of topics. We were checking in. We went into being Black in America. We even did our little "You Can't Sit with Us." It's always
Who
a
can't sit
pleasure.
with you? Who
Girl,
can't sit with you? Tell us in the comment.
Oh, I was like, don't have me run it back. But you talking about the audience.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, real quick. No, I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, let us know in the comments, like, who can't sit with you, and just YOLO check-in and other topics you want us to talk about. I know we're still going to do the gender roles. We're going to do adoption and stuff like that. So just let us know things that you're interested in. And I'll let y'all say y'all closings before I wrap it up.
Cool.
You want to start?
I don't, like I was saying before, just check in with your community, guys. Just be a little bit more open, a little bit more trusting. I know that's hard because where we live in and where we're in and the times that we're in, but somebody needs help. So just reach out to people you ain't talked to in a while, and just say hi and see if, hey, you need anything? And if you don't have it, y'all can figure it out together. But sometimes they got milk and you got sugar, right? Or you got bread and they got peanut butter and you can make a sandwich. Right. So just, reach out and see and ask for help and see if you can help others. That's all I got.
Love that. Yeah. And don't forget to put the resources in the comments.
Definitely.
Yes.
I think that, following up on that is kind of like, a lot of us complain about how crappy the world is. And it's kind of like, well, what have you done to make the world better? Yeah. And I think all of us have to reckon with that question where it's like we recognize this world could be a whole lot better than it is, and things seem to be getting worse. And I think that is directly correlated to our level of inactivity as a populace. So just like La said, be about it. Get out there and see who around you needs assistance and build community with them. Now, this is going to mean that you got to lower your bar in what you're going to be dealing with, because you're going to be dealing with people, and they're, and people, unfortunately, due to a lot of circumstances, don't have the greatest social skills. And it's a level of tolerance that you're going to have in putting up with shenanigans and stuff like that. But you have to do it. Because if you don't, then the society that you cherish will fall apart into something that you don't want to live in. So consider it an investment into creating a better world and following the legacy of our late Mr. Rogers.
Okay, well.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well.
Mr. Rogers can sit with us.
Yes, he can.
Next time we should do the celebrities that can't sit with us.
Oh, yeah.
That would be so good. Oh my. But nonetheless, with that being said, it's always a pleasure, always a blast. Now I'm gonna go shake some. No, I'm just kidding. But bars, no. But with that, I just want to say, love you guys, love our fans, our supporters, people that are commenting, and
please share, guys.
Share,
yes, like and subscribe.
And with all that, we out. Much love.
We out.
Talk time with Yazzy.
This is.